Hello friends, today is the 17th day of Flutter and today we are going to see list. Lists are the most popular elements of every web or mobile application. They are made up of multiple rows of items which include text, buttons, toggles, icons, thumbnails and many more. We can use it for displaying various information such as menus, tabs or to break the monotony of pure text files. So in this video, we are going to learn how we can work with lists in Flutter. Now Flutter allows you to work with lists in different ways. Like we can use basic list, long list, grid list and horizontal list. So let's see all these four type of lists in coding section. So let's jump to that. So here is our main.dart file. So we will first start with the basic list. So we will create body. First of all we will give some title. So just give it as we are going to say basic list. So basic list. Just hit Ctrl and S. Okay. We have to specify something in this body property. Now just hit Ctrl and S. Now you can see the title of your app. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create one list view that will be holding multiple lists. So for that, instead of this container, we are going to use list view widget. So this list view widget will have multiple children. So we can specify multiple lists using this list style. We have already used this list style widget in our earlier project. So in this we are having the leading property and title property, subtitle property, trailing property. So basically leading property will provide one icon at the front of any text, and the trailing property will allow us to put one icon at the back of our text. Like the text is first will be home and we will give the icon. So icons.home. So just save it. Now you can see here is one list which is having icon before the text. So if we want to place this icon after the text, so we can use this trailing property. Just copy this, paste it over here, make it comment. Now you can just see here is our text and here is the trailing icon. So basically we use the leading icon property. So here is our first list style. Similarly, we can copy and can create multiple lists by just pasting it out. Now we can change, we will change the icons and the title. We will person icon and we will change it to profile. Okay, we will make it as profile. The last one can be contact mail. No, we are going to use this call icon for our contact title. Now just hit Ctrl and S. Now you can see there are four lists with icons and title. So this is the basic list which can be used for this type of view. Now the second one is long list. So for that what we have to do, we have to first create one list and after that we can specify it inside the list view. So first we are going to remove this and also the body property. Now just hit Ctrl and S. Now you can see nothing is there, just the title has been changed from the basic list to the long list. So now what we will do, we will first of all pass one parameter to our main app class. That will be that can be name or something like that. You can keep the name of the parameter whatever you want. Now we will create one list of string, as the name will be string. Now what we will do, we will generate one list with length anything, like I am going to create one list of. Now you can make this make the index, specify any letter, and here you can give anything like hello coders, like or coders, and the index number, that is $a. And now what we have to do, as we have passed one parameter in our my app class, so for taking this parameter we also have to create one constructor. So here is our constructor. Now we have to take this parameter inside this constructor. So first of all we have to create one key which will be specified inside the super method, and the parameter is name, and the super method will take the key. Now just add semicolon. Now we also have to create the variable name inside this app class. So final, now it is one list, so list, okay, names. Now this list is string. So this is the, now we have created. Now what we are going to do, now we are going to create body, and now we will use the list view builder, as we are going to, as we are not having one particular set of data. What we are doing, we are creating one list of 50 data. So for that we have to use this list builder widget. Now the first property will be item count, to count how many items are there in the name list. So names dot length. Now here we will pass the context and the index, okay, index. Now what we are going to do, we are going to return one list style for the multiple list. So inside this list style, what we are going to pass, we are only going to pass the title. So that title will be in text. Now it will be high, and after that we are having, okay, we have to define it in parenthesis. Now we have to pass the index for the index number like 1 to 50. Just close this square bracket. It's done. Just hit Ctrl and S. Now you can see the length, we are getting some error. So just close your app and run it again. So this will take some time, as we are passing parameters inside this my app function, and after that we are creating a constructor to load that. So sometimes this type of error occurs, so we can resolve it by just restarting our app. So let's wait to run our app. Now you can see here is our output. So whenever you will see such type of error that length is having null, so you can just restart your app. So this is the second one, that is long list. Now you will have this high coders from 0 to 49. So you can scroll this vertically and can see. So here is the last one, that is 49. After that you can't see any other list. So this was the second one. Now the third one is we are going to see a grid list. So for that we doesn't need this, so we will just comment this and we will comment this also. Now what we are going to do, instead of this list view dot builder, we are going to create grid view. Now inside this we will specify the count, that is how many column we want in one row. So for this we have to specify some number in this cross axis count attribute. So I am going to create only 2 column per row, and after that, okay, you can see these are the properties of a scaffold. So just now what we are going to do, we are going to create one children, and in this we are going to create one list and will generate the list. Now we will so for this what we have to do, for this we have to again create one class, like class and data. We can create one class of data. Now inside this we are going to specify one constructor, that is okay data, and we are going to have 2 property. That will be first one the title, title, and the second one will be icon. After that we are going to create the variable for both title and icon, and final now this is the constructor. Now we are going to create one list of this data and we'll give some values like data, and we'll make it as constant. Now this will be list of data, and we are going to specify the values. Now we are going to create the we are going to call this class data with title. We will give some title like home, comma icon will be icons.home. Now we are just going to copy paste this and we'll specify it 6 times. And we will change the title, and we can change the title and icon. So 2 to 4, 6, 7, and just create one extra, that is 8. Now what we are going to do, we are going to call this data variable, and we are going to call this data class inside this, and we will take the length of this data. Okay, we have specified this inside this. Okay, we have to take the list, and now we are going to specify the list style. Okay, we are not going to use list style. Here we are going to create one card. We can also use list style. So here we will create one child. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create one new dart file. So for that, just left click on this lib folder. Now you just go inside the new and create one new dart file. Now we are going to create one card. So new card. So this will create one dart file for you, and we are going to specify, we are going to create one stateless widget that will be new card. Now for this we have to import the material.dart package. Now here we are going to create one card. CAD. Now what we are going to do, we are going to call this. Now inside this we are going to pass our data. So for this what we have to do, first of all we have to create constructor of this new card and have to specify the values, like first of all we have to create key. This way you can pass the parameters from one class to another. So this is the basic method to pass some data. So we are going to take the data, and that will be super key final. Now we are going to edit datas. Now so to use this data class inside the new card.dart file, we have to import the main.dart. So just import main.dart file. Now you can use the data class. Now we are going to specify the data dot. Okay, we can specify, we can give it like this. Now we are having one error change. Okay, we are having datas here, so we have to specify datas over here also. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create one child. Okay, that will be column, and now we are going to create children. First will be the icon. So what we are going to use expanded. Inside this child will be icon dot, it can be anything, and we are going to, okay, we are going to use the icons of this data class. So what we are going to specify inside this are will be datas dot icon, and we can specify the title inside the text widget, and here also we are going to pass the datas dot title. So now just hit Ctrl and S to see the output. So just hit Ctrl and S. Now you can see, now we haven't specified the width of this card. So by default it is having the this much width. Now we are going to specify the size of the icon, that can be 50. I just hit Ctrl and S. Now you can have one bigger icon. Similarly, we will specify this. Now what we are going to do, we are going to give some styling, text style, and we will increase the font size to somewhat 20. So just hit Ctrl and X. Now what we are going to do, like this, let's just hit Ctrl and S. Okay, no changes in the size. So we are also going to use some other property like cross-axis alignment dot center. Now inside this we are going to create, okay, that's it. We can we can change the size of this card or grid view by using the container. Inside that we can specify the height and width property. So this was the third list, that is grid view list. Now we are going to see the fourth one list, that is horizontal list. So for that, what we are going to do, we are going to comment it. We are going to remove this. Now for horizontal in horizontal list, what we are going to do, we are going to create one list view inside which we can scroll our list horizontally. So just we are first going to have one container. So just hit Control and okay. What's the error? Okay, in new card we are having error, so we are going to comment the whole file. Now just we are going to change this title horizontal list. Okay, now inside this container we are going to okay, before that we are going to specify the height, that will be 150, and now we are going to create child, that will be list view. Now inside this list view we are going to specify the scroll direction, that will be horizontal. Now after that we are going to create children of our list view. Just hit Ctrl and S. Now the first children will be container. We are going to specify multiple containers, and the width of one container will be 148.0. Now we will specify the color, that will be okay, red. Just hit Ctrl and S. Now you can see there is one. Now we are going to create one child. Now that can be list style. Now what we are going to do some leading, that will be icon dot that's the icon, and the title will be text wrap, that will be home. I'll just hit Ctrl and S. Now you can see here is one icon. We will make it center by wrapping it inside the center. Now just hit Ctrl and S. Now we are going to create multiple containers. Just set Control and S. Okay, we are going to change the color also, otherwise it will be all red. Okay, red, blue, green, yellow, red, blue, green, yellow, yellow, and as we have specified first home, so the second should be like, okay, person profile. The third can be contact, so for that we are going to use all icon, and the title will be contact, and the last one will be setting, so the title should be also setting. So here it's done. So now we are having 4 container. Now we can scroll it horizontally. Now inside this emulator you can't scroll using the 2 fingers like we do in the physical device. So for scrolling inside this emulator, first you have to click right click, and then you can scroll horizontally. So this is one horizontal list. So in this way you can create any of the list from this 4 list. So thank you and have a nice day.